Update 1 on Typhoon Dolphin, which is a Category 2 typhoon located in the western Pacific, almost due north of Chuuk, Micronesia, with winds of 105 miles per hour and a pressure of 956 millibars. Its position 10.9 degrees north, 153.4 degrees east as of 8 PM UTC, May the 13th. Now, the storm's expected to move towards the west-northwest, gradually intensifying, we expect, in the next 48 hours or so, possibly tracking directly over Guam. That's not confirmed yet, but it does appear that Guam and the Mariana Islands may see possibly bad news from this storm. Beyond Guam, the storm is expected to intensify even more and will quite probably become a super typhoon in around 4 or 5 days' time out in the open Pacific waters. That's what we expect at the moment. Category 4, maybe even Category 5, but that's speculative at the moment. Typhoon watches are in effect for Guam and the islands further north, Rota, Tinian and Saipan. Tropical storm watch in effect for one of the Micronesian islands, Fananu, just north of Chuuk Island. That's latest as of May 13th, 7 PM UTC. Those watches may be upgraded to warnings in the next 12 to 24 hours as the storm draws ever nearer, because it does appear that typhoon conditions will be a distinct possibility, at least for Guam. Sea surface temperatures looking fairly warm, around 28 or 29 degrees Celsius, 30 further south, and as it moves towards Guam and beyond, it will stay at least 28 degrees or higher, so certainly warm enough for development. Wind shear is decreasing and pretty low on the to the west of the storm, but right where it is right now, it's sort of on the periphery of a high wind shear area, so that may cause problems, at least for the time being. Water vapor imagery, you can see here the storm sort of in a gulf of dry air, especially to the northwest, which is possibly affecting the storm at this time. Here's the latest satellite imagery at the beginning of the loop there. You can see the eye, it seems to have disappeared once more in those latest frames. It's a very, very small eye, and that's been a feature for some time, and I think it's just about still there in those latest frames. Moving generally towards the west-northwest. On this loop here, you can see the dry air marked out in yellow on the top left-hand side of your screen, and on here, well, you can also see the biggest band off towards the northeast there, and the centre said to be quite fragile. As of May the 13th at 8 PM at UTC, this is pretty much the only thing we have going on around the world, though there are a few invests active as well. Invest 95W and 99P in the South Pacific, and I think 90A as well. There have been 29 tropical storms so far in 2015 around the world. 18 of those have gone on to become Category 1 hurricanes with winds of 74 miles per hour or higher. And 11 have gone on to become Category 3 storms with winds of 115 miles per hour. Plus, this one may well become number 12 if it reaches Category 3 intensity. You can follow Force 13 on any of our outlets. The website force13.com is the main place to be usually, but it is under renovation at the moment. Hopefully it will be back in a new form very soon, in the next week or so. We're also on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Search Force 13 on those platforms, and also on Skype at Fool13 and numerals for Force 13 chat, for tropical weather chat. You can also join the chat room on there dedicated to storm tracking. We also may be live later this evening on May the 13th if things materialise further, but if not, we'll be back with another update probably around the same time tomorrow. That's all for now.